Are you guilty of sitting your health away? You've probably come across the phrase, sitting is the new smoking. But what does the word sitting in this context actually mean? Because after all, sitting is a perfectly natural part of life for all air-breathing creatures. And if we're going to compare something as natural and commonplace as sitting to smoking, oh, well, I guess I've got some splainin to do. Okay, so here's the thing. Sitting itself isn't unhealthy, but rather it's the type and the amount that can cause serious damage to our health. In fact, the wrong type of sitting can be so damaging that even if you religiously exercise for 45 minutes a day, 5 days a week, as the Surgeon General advises, prolonged periods of sitting can lead to long-term debilitating health. Now consider this diagram. Now as you can see, for this hypothetical physically active adult, a 45-minute exercise session of a brisk walk first thing in the morning prior to work ensures that the recommended amount of exercise is achieved. However, this person then sits during the drive to work, at the computer before lunch, during lunch, at the computer after lunch, during the drive home, at dinner, and, well, watching TV. In fact, 95% of his or her hours is sitting. And that much sitting has unique and damaging health implications that are completely distinct from people getting too little exercise. So why is prolonged, uninterrupted sitting so damaging? Well, research shows that vital enzymes in your leg's blood vessels, which are responsible for siphoning fat out of the blood, virtually shut off when you're in a seated position. When sitting for long periods of time, the following things happen. Electrical activity in the leg muscles shuts off. Calorie burning drops. Enzymes that help break down fat drop by 90%. After just 2 hours, your HDL good cholesterol drops by a full 20%. And after 4 hours of sitting, the body triggers our immune system to actually attack our bodies by increasing inflammation, resulting in swollen fat cells and increased fat and sugar in the bloodstream. To see just how damaging this is, in one extraordinary experiment, Danish researchers paid a group of healthy young men to spend most of their day just sitting. And in addition to that, they also restricted themselves to a maximum of 1,500 steps a day for 2 whole weeks. Incredibly, after just 2 weeks of being sedentary, they added an average of 7% more visceral fat to their organs, as indicated by the arrows in these before and after photos. And get this, as they gained this extra dangerous organ fat, they also began to exhibit the classic signs of inflammation, including insulin resistance. But let's be clear, this gain in visceral fat wasn't caused by sitting alone, but rather it was the result of sitting and inactivity. So, given that so many of us have jobs that require long stretches of sitting, what can we do to avoid this dire accumulation of organ fat? Well, the solution is actually pretty simple. Avoid extended stretches of sitting by regularly interrupting your sitting posture. In fact, researchers have found that just 2 minutes every half hour results in lower levels of sugar, fat, and the so-called bad cholesterol in the blood and muscles. Periodic movement, especially in the calves, well, it acts as pumps to prevent blood and other fluids from building up in the legs, not just in the veins, but also in the lymph system, which is absolutely crucial to health, because it's the lymph system which functions like a series of gutters, which transports waste throughout the entire body. So that initial expression, sitting is the new smoking, is no joke. Long stretches of sitting will seriously damage our health. But fortunately, the fix is pretty easy, provided you make it a habit to get out of your chair for a quick stretch and a short walk around every 30 minutes. And to be safe, why not make it every 20 minutes? Because after all, our ability for peak focus begins to wane after just as little as 10 minutes anyway. So give yourself a double gift. Move a little more often, and you'll keep both your body and your mind functioning at peak capacity. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.